For my nerves, I'm going to go by that fan back there. But boy, I think Bob, you said it. This has been fantastic. What a just a wild and wonderful weekend, and we've loved every minute of it. Ken, where you sitting? You said something about that. This is more than a wedding. This is an event because the weekend it's so special. And again, Bob, you said it. We didn't plan this, but I talked to other people too over the last couple days. A chance to really get to know some of the people that are so important to Heather and J-Man's life. And you know, it's the girlfriends that Heather used to go to college with that I haven't seen in such a long time. Woo, Buckeyes! And of course, her high school friends. My gosh, you guys have been friends forever. And then to get to know some of the people in J-Man's family. I mean, I've met some of them a few times. Some of them I've just heard about. Matt, I just met him for the first time Thursday. And to spend 3 days like this, that's what's really so incredible. So I just had to get that out. Okay, so I didn't cry yet. So I really want to start out with welcome, and really on the behalf of Abby and Ken, Byron and Joey, and Virginia and I, we are so happy to have you here, and oh man, we're just thrilled, and we really appreciate it. And you guys know Heather and Justin. They are just thrilled that you're here today. And I can't tell you how many times I've heard them say that just to me in these last 3 days. So thank you very much for that. And then I really got to say thank you for so many people here and all the things they did. I want to start with my wife. A little hard on her being so 500 miles away, but I know almost every night I come home and they're on the phone, and they're going through details and organizational things, and then she gets off after half an hour, and I find out it was the third or fourth time they've been talking that day. I really want to thank Grandma Nancy. I think in so many ways she's heart and soul of Vermont. She has done so much to make our family welcome, and her love and the flowers and everything you do. I got to thank Amy and Abby. I'm sorry. I always get Amy and Abby confused. I know who they are, just the names. Abby, Ken, thank you so much for everything you guys have done. Simon Pierce was just fantastic. And I know you've helped these two guys in so many ways. Byron and Joey, wow, last night was incredible. It was a blast. I mean, the food, the band, and these guys got that bus because they just want to make sure everybody had a great time safely. That was cool. I got to thank the wedding party. You guys are just fantastic. You really are. I really love you guys. I really do. Who else? Oh, I gotta thank Kathleen for that wonderful tape you did. The video that we saw, that was great. I gotta thank Pat, Eileen, and Carolyn for that shower you threw for Heather back in Cleveland. And I know Amy and everybody helping Grandma today with the flowers. My gosh, Elizabeth. I know Tom was involved. Austin, your whole family. Hank, that was fantastic. And I talked to Heather. She said, "Dad, you got to thank everybody because so many people have helped in so many ways." And so, thank you for everybody. You know, the hardest thing about talking about these guys is There's so much to talk about. What do you not say? And believe me, I don't want to be up here all night. It's hot and I'm nervous and you guys want to eat. So let me just try to say a few things, and I'll try to keep it short and sweet. Vacations, I think you guys have already mentioned that. Hilton Head, where we first started to get to know J-Man. And I think you've been with us on 3 vacations now. And what's so cool is it's so natural now. And they were always good from the beginning, but now it's even better, and it's so easy. I think of vacations when Heather was small, and we went to Cape Cod on Brewster, and we spent all day just catching crabs and making crab cities. And I think of Heather back when she was really small at Myrtle Beach. And I would put her up on my shoulders, I'd grab her ankles, she'd grab onto my hair, and we just walked down the beach all day, and we went miles and miles. And the thing that was always so special about that is I felt like I was king of the world when I did that. I kind of strutted. Me, strutting. Like, look at me. I got this beautiful, red-headed little girl on my shoulders. And that's what I really remember. I can't even read my own notes here. Oh my gosh. When we moved to Kenya, I remember one thing that I'll never forget is, well, all these Saturdays, Sunday, I'd be working in the yard, and Heather would be with her brother and sister playing in the woods, and all the friends in the neighborhood would come over, and Heather being the oldest, she was the leader. And she would, in those woods, make these incredible forts. She would make these stairways with rocks, and she'd tie up these tree limbs and make stair rails to go down. And all the kids in the neighborhood always looked up to her, and all these things you did and made, and it was, and you know, I look back at that, and that was the beginning of the budding architect, because you always said you wanted to be an architect, and so that's another good memory. As Heather got older, one thing I'll never forget is driving on the freeway for the first time. She did fantastic. And then we got off the freeway. We were about 200 yards from the art museum, which is where we were going. She goes right through this stop sign. We almost got killed. But the thing I remember about that day is that I'm not an art type guy. That's probably the last place in the world you'll see me. But I enjoyed every single moment because I felt Heather was so into it, and she loved it, and I just felt so proud. And then there's the Ohio State years. And just 2 quick stories. Michigan Week. And you almost have to go to Ohio State to understand the intensity of Michigan Week. And her first Michigan Week, we were going to go down, and it was cold, and we decided, nah, we're too old, we're not going to do it. Heather called us and begged us to come down. We said, no, we can't do it, Heather. So this went on all week. Friday morning, we finally decided we're going to go. And we had a great time. And it started a tradition. We brought honey baked hams for the next 10 years. And I don't remember a lot about the specifics of that first one, but what I do remember is Virginia, my wife. Weeks, months later, all she would do is brag to all her friends that we went to the Michigan game with Heather and all her friends, and we were the only parents there. That meant $1 million for us, Heather. It really did. Oh man, I can't read that. Hendox. One more Ohio State story. Night before graduation, we're in a bar that Heather had worked at as a bartender for her last year, senior year in college. And we're her and all her girlfriends. And there was probably, 10, 12 of you guys?